feeling like a little kid.
Live from New York City and Washington, D.C., it's Fox and Friends, Hour 3 for this 20th day of June. Thank you very much for joining us live from Studio F, as in Fox and Friends.
This is our new studio, and it is pretty amazing.
Fantastic.
Right. Talk about amazing. Laura Ingram's here. She's always amazing. She's a Fox News contributor and founder and editor of Life Zet. And Laura, welcome back.
Good to see you guys. I was there last week, but, you know, they wouldn't let me up the stairs.
Right. It was a problem. You have to have ID.
I was an unannounced visitor, so they didn't let me up. Security came. I don't know if that was a problem.
By the way, I was looking at your Twitter feed. Was yesterday your birthday?
Oh, it was. Isn't it great to be 36? I love it.
Happy
birthday. What'd you do?
My kids got a cake for me and went out with some friends.
It was
and we had a blast. It was really fun.
Right.
And you got to wonder if Laura Ingraham will be celebrating next year in the White House. You don't even know. It might be some role there. Will they throw you some type of party?
Lots of people were emailing me yesterday, and I was kind of in a news blackout for part of the day, and they were emailing me about questions about, and it's something I don't really have a lot of information on. I think the stories about Sean Spicer's removal from the White House were wrong-headed from the beginning. Same stories about Steve Bannon and Kellyanne, and the president, at least for the time being, his team is his team, and he's the guy who makes the call, nobody else.
Well, you know those unnamed sources that newspaper people and people online talk to. Would you be interested in being the president's press secretary, standing at that podium every day?
Yeah, I've always said that if it's something that I think I could do well and it would really advance the agenda of this administration at a time where I think there's so much at stake for the country and for the future, I would think about it. I'm not sure if that's the role I would pick for myself, but I have a legal background, strategic, political communications,
you could do a lot
and planning.
of stuff.
I'm not sure the press secretary thing is something I'm dying to do.
I think you'll be successful as long as you call on Jim Acosta. Evidently, he gets angry when you don't.
Oh, does he? Well,
you have to be tough as nails. It wouldn't intimidate you to do it.
You're joking, right?
She's joking.
That crowd every day? No, it would be fun to do it every now and then. So who knows? Who knows?
I'd love to see you in that role, though. You'd fire back. It'd be great.
I think these guys have been around Washington, most of them, for a long time. These reporters, and it's a relationship that has to be cultivated over time. And everyone can complain about the unfair media, but I know there are some good reporters out there, and I think that what we've seen over the last few months is there's about 90% focus on Russia, Mueller, Comey, and 10% on policy and the agenda and economic renewal and the threats that we face and how we're addressing them. I would flip that narrative. I think 90% of the focus should be on the agenda.
Absolutely.
But you can't control the questions. The questions.
Yeah, I would really focus on the issues that got President Trump elected. Let the lawyers do their job in dealing with Mueller and his merry band of prosecutors. But I think there's a lot of good stuff happening. There's a lot of great stuff that came out of that foreign trip. And the president needs to remember the reason he got elected to shake up Washington. Washington doesn't want to be shaken. They want to keep in the same, the same tone and the same benefits and the same approach that they've, been having for decades now. They don't want that to change. He's a disruptor, and the swamp will try to eat him alive.
Absolutely.
They will.
I'll tell you what, he's shaking up Washington. I don't know if you've heard, but he absolutely is. But let's talk